Hello and welcome to CSEET MCQs for exam. This is part 12. So make sure that you watch part 1 to part 11. I have made all these videos. Make sure you watch all these videos. Okay. So paper 2, that is legal aptitude. We will be discussing legal aptitude MCQs over here. So here the first one we have is Article 16 Sub-Article 2 of the Constitution prohibits discrimination against a citizen on certain grounds. So, this article prohibits discrimination, that is differentiating between the citizens of India on certain grounds, certain rules. Which of the following is not covered under the said grounds? Which of the following is not covered under the said grounds? So, we cannot discriminate people against religion. Yes, we cannot discriminate people against religion. Everybody should be treated equally in India, no matter what is the religion. You may be Hindu, you may be Christian, you may be Muslim, you may be Sikh, you may be any other religion you want. Okay, Jain, whatever. Can we discriminate people on caste? No, we cannot discriminate. Can we discriminate people based on place of birth? No. Wherever you are born in India, you have to be treated equally. We have to treat everyone equally. That is a basic condition in the Constitution. So can you discriminate people against gender? So here discriminate may be a wrong word, but basically you can have different rules for men and different rules for women. Okay, but otherwise you cannot discriminate the citizens of India on certain grounds. Which of the following is not covered in the said grounds? Gender is not covered, but religion, caste and place of birth is covered. So gender is not covered, and that is the correct answer, because the question is which of the following is not covered. That is fine. Okay, which of the next question, next MCQ. Okay, let's go. Okay, ready? Which of the following is not included under the Parliament as per the Constitution of India? So when we say Parliament, we talk about the House of the People, that is Lok Sabha plus Rajya Sabha. Actually, Lok Sabha plus Rajya Sabha plus President as a whole we call Parliament of India. So what is not covered under the Parliament? House of People, it is covered. President, it is covered. Council of States, it is covered. But Legislative Assembly is not covered in Parliament, because Legislative Assembly comes under the state government. So there state government, that means Minister of Legislative Assembly, Minister of Legislative Council, which comes in the state government level. But Parliament of India, we don't have Legislative Assembly. We have House of People, Lok Sabha, President, Council of States, or Rajya Sabha, President, but we don't have Legislative Assembly. That is the correct answer. Okay. Next MCQ we have is dash of the Indian Contract Act lays down certain exceptions which make a promise without consideration valid and binding. So you can make a promise without consideration, without any consideration. That means without anything promised in return. You can make a promise without consideration, and there are some exceptions. What are the exceptions? Like, for example, it should be written, it should be agreed, prior agreement should be there. Then you can have a promise without consideration, it's valid and binding. So what is that? Which section is that? It's a memory question. The section is section 25. In fact, in one of the previous MCQ videos which I have made, the section 25 is discussed. So here that is the answer. Okay. Next is very simple, especially in my video classes I have told you 100 times, in the chapter relating to torts. Torts is a civil wrong. Simple. Torts is not a criminal wrong. Torts is not both civil and criminal wrong, and none of the above is not the answer. So tort is a civil wrong. Like we have battery, we have assault, we have defamation. Yes, all this is a civil wrong. Fine. Next question. Okay. Next question. Which of the following is not a disadvantage for corporate form of business? Which is not a disadvantage? Actually, this question is kind of repeating. we know very well that for corporate form of business, limited liability is not a disadvantage. In fact, it is an advantage, because my risk is only limited to my amount which I have invested. Risk is only limited. My risk is limited. That is what we understand in corporate form of business. Which of the following is not a disadvantage? So limited liability is not a disadvantage, but it is a advantage. It is a advantage. Expenses of incorporation and flotation, that is a disadvantage. Corporate disclosures, it is a disadvantage. Separation of control from ownership, it is not a disadvantage, but in smaller entities it may be in smaller entities or smaller ventures it may be a disadvantage. But definitely what is not a disadvantage is limited liability. It is the advantage. So that is the answer. So we understood about corporate form of business. Tort is a civil wrong. Section 25 Indian Contract Act. What is part of the Parliament of India? House of People, President, Council of States, that is Rajya Sabha, but Legislative Assembly is not. And then we understood about Article 16, Sub Article 2. So that was part 12 of the MCQs for exam legal aptitude. I will see you in the next part.